What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Brandon and welcome to my favorite creek to search for river treasure here in Alabama. I found everything from valuable antique bottles and jugs to Native American artifacts, guns, purses, and wallets. This creek has it all. So let's go see what we can find. Well, that tree was not here the last time that I was here, but that does not shock me. We've had some incredibly bad weather here in Alabama, and the floods have resulted in the creeks eroding away and exposing new bars like this one that you're looking at right here. This bar was always here, but now it's twice the size as it once was because this tree changed the current of the creek, which means new treasures should hopefully have rolled out of the bottom. The last time I was in this stretch of this creek right here, I actually saw 2 cottonmouths and a copperhead. You'll probably strike your camera if you get it very close.
That's not a picking up snake for sure. Not a cuddler.
So this is probably the last time going here because it's about to be warm enough for the snakes to come out. If you take a look right here, there's 2 pieces of old pottery, and that one right there is some of that beautiful blue plate that my wife loves to make earrings out of. So we're definitely going to take that one out. That one's got some nice crazing in it, which is the cracks that you see there, and that lets us know that that's got some age to it. We have a decision, left or right. To the left, I found really cool river treasure in the past. To the right, not so much. I'm trying to make my mind up though, because sometimes the easiest path isn't always the right choice. I think what I might do is I might walk to the left first, and then we'll come back and go to the right if we've got enough time, and maybe go to a stretch of the creek that I've actually never been to. Got our first fishing pole of the day. Oh, that's an oldie too. J.C. Higgins, model 535. It's definitely seen better days. That's a nice pole right there and a nice reel. I wish it was in a little better shape. I'd try to restore it. Look right here. Looks like we got us a med or an extract. Yeah, it's slick, but it is a cork top. And we'll absolutely take that. These bottles aren't extremely valuable, but they are cool. And these are something that a lot of people can't find. So I am fortunate enough to find quite a few of these though on our adventures. This creek right here, we're just now getting to the good spot, believe it or not. So I see a broken base to a bottle right there. Looks like it may be too short to make a whiskey glass out of. But, yep, it's broken half too. But it doesn't mean that we can't get an ID off of it to give us an idea of the age. I love catching the clues off the bottom of these riverbeds to make sure that we're in an area that is old enough. So you can see right there it says this bottle is not to be returned. But other than that, there are no identifying marks. Though I can tell by the thickness of the glass and the air bubbles, this is going to be around turn of the century, probably at least pre-1920. So we're over 100 years old, and that's always good. If you take a look, this waterway is glistening in the sun today. We have the sun in our favor, which is a huge deal. And I do have my polarized glasses on, so I can see straight to the bottom. Got a whiskey jug top right there. Looks like a lighter colored one. It's hard for the big stuff in here because of the way the rocks line the bottom. Most of the time, it all breaks, but occasionally a soda or a small bottle will survive. Looks like a nice early one. Look at that, kind of like a double ring step right there. That's all right. Still hot on the trail. Try not to get my hopes up. That shoulder looks like almost like a hutch. Let me see. Nope, gonna be a beer. Oh, it is a, ooh, that's a good looking beer. Holy cow. Oh man, I thought that was a hutch the way the shoulder was sloped, but that is a nice early beer. Look at those beautiful lines in it. All I could see was the side that was covered with mud. Man, all of a sudden the glass is picking up, and this day is taking a sure enough turnaround. That's probably 1890s, guys. Whoo-wee. Come on, hutches, where you at? Looks like I see a stamped brick down here. Let's see if it's whole. I can see WY, so it's gonna say Wylam if it's whole. Oh, it's broken right there. That would have been a Wylam coke oven brick, and this lighter color means that it was meant to take the heat. So, too bad it wasn't whole. Looks like we got a piece of that green plate right here. Yeah, look at that. That is really cool. The guys with the top hats on it. My wife's gonna love that right there. Got a little boy playing with one of the wheels. Let me clean that off just a little bit, let you guys take a little closer look. It says the Old Curiosity Shop. You got your two guys here. Look at the little boy pushing the wheel. Another guy with a cane going inside. I don't know how old that is, but that is really cool, guys. She might be able to make a pendant or something out of that one. I'm running low on golf balls again. Me and Addie went out and hit a bunch this past week, so I guess I better start collecting them. This is our 5th one of the day, nitro number 2. Let's test your eyes. So I reached down to pick up this piece of glass, and then something caught my eye. That does not look natural to me, but I haven't picked it up yet. It's not. That is an arrowhead, guys. Look at that. Like I said, I found them in here before, but it is few and far between. I'm pretty excited to have that. I know it's ugly and it's crude, but it's still cool to think it's been hundreds, if not thousands of years since somebody held this. And we just found it right here on this bar with a bunch of modern trash. That's really cool, guys. An ancient artifact right here. I love it. I love it. It makes me want to go get my sifter out of the truck and sift this whole bar right here. There's got to be more in it, right? I'll rake this one out before I turn the camera on. It was buried pretty good. It's got a little lip chip right there. It is an ink though. And I'm trying to get what it says on it off. It says Jonesville, Wisconsin, and then it says the Parker Pen Company. That's pretty cool. We don't find those very often. Most of the time we find Sanford inks, so I'll take that, even with a chip lip. Right before the cloud of dirt hits it, I could see it from way back there. This is gonna be the find of the day right here. Only kidding, but wow, look at that. Somebody's false teeth, guys, from years ago. That's only a little bit creepy, right? I told you, you never know what's gonna be in these creeks. How did somebody's teeth end up in here? That is absolutely wild. Any dentists out there that could give us an idea on how old these might be? They look pretty good. They don't look terrible, so I would say they're probably definitely after the turn of the century, but I'm thinking they probably aren't much newer than the 40s. That's wild. Whoever wore these is long gone. I honestly thought that this was a beer whenever I scooped it off the bottom, but if you look, it says Cold Spot Beverages, and this would have been an ACL, which stands for Applied Color Label to the glass instead of embossed. And over here I can barely make out where it says Birmingham, Alabama, so that would have been a local bottle, but I don't know that I've ever seen a Cold Spot, so I don't know the age of it, and it is broken, but it doesn't belong in here, so let's get it out. I just crossed that big log jam that you see behind us. I was walking down the bank and I was like, you know, I probably ought to stay in the water because nothing ever washes out on these banks. And no sooner did I say that, look right here. Look at that beauty. Nice little sauce bottle. Just laying there. I can't believe that. That thing is gorgeous, guys. Absolutely beautiful. That's gonna be turn of the century, probably right at 100 years old. But that aqua color to it and the ribs, that is amazing. My wife actually has one of these next to the kitchen sink. She keeps our Dawn dishwashing liquid in, and the blue color with the aqua just looks amazing. So I'm pretty happy about that. To most, this wouldn't seem like much, but that is actually an old Hutchinson style top. So that would have been a Hutch bottle right there. And look how thin, that's actually a pretty thin Hutch. No wonder it didn't survive. I would have liked to have known what it would have been being clear. Most of the Hutches from this town were aqua colored. So this was probably a Birmingham bottle. Could have been a Wizola, hard to say. But this would have been dated to pre-1912, as far back as the late 1870s. But most of the Hutches in our area are gonna be like 1890 to about 1912. So still a cool piece. One of the earlier pieces of glass that we found today. That clear Hutch top I went to could have went to this. This was a Frisco Bottling Works Hutch. And I've never found one of these on the channel. We've never seen one on the channel before. I would love to find a whole one. My dad found one actually underneath the house while he was doing some crawl space work in Birmingham. So I know they're out there. This scored my second whiskey jug top of the day. This one's a little bit different than the other one. Instead of being that lighter color glaze, this is the darker color. I believe this one may be just a little bit newer by about 10 years. We're still in a really good spot that's producing a ton of glass. Exactly how it was laying. Probably gonna be a Pat D. Got a nice pollen line on it. Anybody else's allergies going crazy? I know mine has been. So Birmingham, it is a Pat D. The date code, however, is right here, and that is a 1949 hobble skirt. And it's actually in pretty good condition. Worth keeping. So I'm breathing a little heavy. You see the washout right here. And I was sitting here thinking, man, I found a soda water right here with my dad not long ago. And I promise, look right there. Oh my goodness. Is the handle gonna be there? Oh my gosh, it's whole. Look at that. Been finding those whiskey jug tops. It's a 1 gallon. Let me get my camera out where you guys can see. Let me set this thing down. That is unfreaking real. Look at that black water. That's not the same color as the dirt that is in the bottom of the creek. So that tells me it washed right out of that bank. As soon as I get all this water out, I'm gonna let you guys take a look at it. I set my other 2 bottles down right there that I found. And we're actually walking back out. Wow, look at that. It's not gonna be stamped or stenciled, but I don't even care. Holy mackerel. Any day you find a jug in the creek is a good day. And today is a phenomenal one. The only thing that can make it better is a hutch. But at this point, I don't even care. That is great, guys. That is super cool. Let's keep going. Maybe there's more. Our first knife of the day. Pretty common find when we're in these creeks. That one is Imperial Stainless. And it's not super old, but to keep somebody from standing on it, we're gonna take it out. Yeah, that old piece of wood right here I just kicked from the bottom is waterlogged. That is a true 2x4. I mean, that is nice, actually. I think I'm gonna have to carry that out with me too. Thankfully, the road's right there, so I can pull the truck and throw it up and over the side to get it. That's a really neat find. And look at there, there's a bottle. Oh, it's gonna be modern, I can tell, but let's see what it is. Modern Pepsi Cola. I say modern, I guess these are probably 1970s or 80s now, so we are talking over 40 years old. But this isn't the age stuff that we like to keep, but it doesn't belong in here, so let's get it out. So I just went to rake this out right here. What I thought was just gonna be a piece, but it's actually, oh, it is broken at the very top. Oh, and on the heel. Let's see what it was though. Oh, that would have been gorgeous. Gorgeous circle slug right there. Pioneer bottling. Look at that big old heel chip though. I can't even make that one into a whiskey glass. That's enough to make you sick, but it just shows you, again, right here on the bank, I thought for sure that that was gonna be just a little bitty sliver. Still pretty cool though. That's probably circa 1910. So still hot on the glass. There's a lot out today. So the river videos have been taking this channel to the next level, and that's thanks to all of you guys, the audience. I really appreciate it. I know we did a giveaway a couple weeks back when we hit 100,000 subscribers, and we're now sitting at 105,000. So we've already added another 5,000 new people to the channel. So welcome, guys. We sure do appreciate you guys being here. Hey, look, there's another knife. We sure do appreciate you guys being here with us as we do these river excursions. We have an absolute blast. Sometimes we find stuff, sometimes we don't. We always keep it real though. And that's the best way to be. We love history, but it doesn't mean that we don't find other stuff as we walk along. So what can you do to help the channel? Well, you're already doing it by watching this video. So much thanks again. If you want to leave a comment and a thumbs up, that helps as well. Let's keep searching though. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of stuff in the river today. Absolutely disgusting waterway to be as pretty and clear as it is. There's a tricycle. Looks like this is going to be a more modern one. Yep, more modern. I'm going to set it on the bank over here and try to carry it out on the way out. Obviously, there's only so much one person can carry. And I'm right here at this falls, and that actually looks deeper than I think my waders are. I have to go up and over the log. So I set the tricycle on the bank behind me. Right here's a catch point. I see a jar and a bottom to a soda right there, and I knew it was going to do this. Knew it was going to cloud up. as soon as I touch the bottom. It's pretty thick. That's probably older as well. Set this down for a second while I grab this jar. Oh, that was a little deeper than what I want to do without my rake. It's kind of chilly this morning, guys. Once you get your sleeves wet, there's no coming back. I believe this is a modern jar. Yep, it is. It's got a different shape though. Probably the type of old mustard from the 80s or so. Start a pile right here. What I'll do is I'll grab it on the way back. I figured out my backpack gets too heavy otherwise, and I wear myself down where I don't walk as far. So I make little piles, and as I come back, I spot the piles and load my bag till it's full. Still looking for whiskey glasses. I see a broken bottom right here. And this is gonna be an old soda. Set it down over here where it's a little shallower. And this actually may be a good one. Look at there, that would have been a Pioneer Bottling Works. And this is one that we can salvage. The way that it's broke, we can actually cut it right above where it says Bottling Works. So we will also have the town on it. Sadly though, the bottler's name is long gone. But a lot of people like owning these just because it has their town name on it. And this bottle dates to about 1916. So we're still on the trail. Look at there, we got a hole right there. Island brick. Heck yeah. That one's not as light colored as that other one. But that is gonna come home with us, and that's gonna go in our walkway in our garden. Look at that deer print in the clay. You can't see it anywhere else, but right where it stepped in that clay, its print is still visible, even after the water is washed over. I'll turn that on though to grab that, and then to show you guys this milk top right here. And that shows the glass is just continuing. Looks like got another stamped brick. That one looks like it may be a little different. Let's see what it is. HWR Co. It's a little rough around the edges, but it's still something that we can save and use. This is a big old dead tree across the creek right here. It is massive. Right here below it though, the water is crystal clear. It's about 4 foot deep where I'm standing right now. I can see all the way to the bottom with my polarized glasses on. And I just saw a crown brick back there, but I didn't go swimming for it because my bag's already full. But right in these areas right here are the areas that a lot of people are scared to go under because of snakes and stuff like that. And that's where I do my best, is where others won't go. This looks like it may be modern. Yep, it is. But not every bottle you find can be at least a century old. Actually, most of them are gonna be newer. I just do a lot of editing that you guys don't know about. What a throwback. It has been a very long time since we've done a wrap up on a tailgate, but today's gonna be that day. I'm gonna show you a few of the finds that we made today that stick out to me. Again, this is not everything, but this is the stuff that is noteworthy. The first thing would have been that little crude arrowhead that we came up with. This guy right here is not the best looking by any means, but it is cool to hold a piece of history that it can be considered ancient. We did get the sauce bottle. This one is different than most of the ones that have these ribs. A lot of times they're flat. This one's actually six-sided. I'm not sure on the date range of this one. I want to say between 1900 and 1920, but if anybody can narrow it down past that, let me know in the comments below. We did get this nice early beer bottle that resembles the Budweiser bottles that people go crazy over. And we got a nice Wylam brick. We got the find of the day that I joked about, the false teeth. And again, I don't know the date range on these either, so if I've got a dentist out there that thinks that they want to take a gamble at it, shoot us a comment below and let us know. These almost look like real teeth. I don't know if that was a thing or not. We did get all of these pottery pieces that my wife's going to make into jewelry. We got a couple of bricks, a couple of them slid to the back of the truck, but the find of the day for real was this whiskey jug. And it's crazy to me that this thing was literally sticking out of the water part way whenever I spotted it, but I was just the first one there after a storm, so I was lucky enough to get it, and I'm ecstatic to have it. I can't believe the handle's there. I can't believe that it doesn't have any damage. I did rotate around on the hill, and I mean literally there is not a stitch of damage on this jug anywhere. So again, that's just part of being the first person there. If you guys enjoyed the video today and you're new to the channel, be sure that you're subscribed, and we'll catch you guys in the next adventure.